Hey everyone, welcome back to the Buck Stops Here TV. This is exciting. We have a new track set up, as you can see, the long track Rainbow Road. It's 8 feet of pretty much straight track. There are some like little moguls that you have to get over, but for the most part, it's a straight track. So we're going to see who's going to be our first ever king of the course in this battle royale. So I'll walk us through the rules again, but we're going to see the Aston Martin Vulcan take on the Kia EV6 from the first edition here. Remember, each time there will be a race from lane 1 and lane 3. You get at least two races. If you win the first two, you automatically move on, and the other one is thrown out. If there's a third race, we move them back to lane 2 and lane 4 for the tiebreaker. As soon as all 5 pairs race, there will be 5 racers at the very end, and then those 5 racers will race each other all down the Rainbow Road setup. First win 3 in a row, not 3 in a row, 3 races will ultimately be the king of the course in the straight track. So let's get started here. We'll do the fun Mario countdown, and then we'll be off to the races. And just like we've seen in previous videos, the Kia takes the first race. We got to remember that Kia EV6 was the first ever king of the course. Can we see it win out of lane 5 though, or will the Vulcan take its first win? Or will it be already out and thrown in the pit? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And that Kia just gets a good jump at the start and ended up taking the victory. We're going to throw the Vulcan in the pit of despair, and we're going to send the winner down the winner's track. So they'll be in line. We'll line them up at the end, and we'll get our next 2 cars going. I'll probably try to do my best to show you the racers here. We haven't done that. Here is the Ferrari and the Acura NXX. We'll put the older cars, or the cars that have already raced, in lane 1, and the newer cars in lane 5. This should be a good race. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and right away we saw the Ferrari take an early lead, but down the stretch the Acura had won it. So we'll see if the Acura can win out of lane 5, or if the Ferrari can get a better race out of lane 1. Here we go. To move on, the Acura just needs to win this race. 3, 2, 1. And it certainly does. We got to remember that Acura was from the 2024 Motor Show. And so here we go. The Acura is our winner. And so far, those older cars that have raced before, have taken the victory. There goes down down the way there. All right, can we see the first ever win from the new pack? We got the 2017 Ford GT in purple racing against the Dodge Viper. Let's see it. Let's race it. Let's get it done. I have a good feeling about this Ford GT. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's one of my favorite cars. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, bad feeling. Very bad feeling about the Ford GT. It just didn't seem like it could get off and race fast enough. I'm not sure it's going to be able to win this race. So far, the matchup has looked in favor of the older cars. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, and that Dodge Viper is clearly out ahead of the other ones. We're going to throw the GT in the pit of despair, and we're going to see the Dodge Viper move on down the winner's track. Surely enough, we'll have one of these cars move out on from the older pack. Could it be the Lamborghini Huracan, or are we going to see the Chevy Camaro take the win? Let's find out. Chevy Camaro is going to be in lane 1 and racing out of lane 5, the green Lamborghini. 3, 2, 1. Wow! No wonder they call them the show cars. They are getting outpaced pretty heavily in this race. These show cars are not showing out. That is for sure. We'll see if it changes in the lane swap here. I don't imagine it will. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So far, 4 for 4 in the older cars going through. We'll send the Lamborghini over and down the winner's track, the Camaro. Well, I'm not seeing some great odds, but the Lotus could prove me a lot wrong. Here's the Lotus taking on the very, very quick, at least very quick in the windy road, Batmobile. So Batmobile's racing out of lane 1. We got the Lotus in lane 5. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it's still looking to be true. Those older cars, maybe it's because they have experience on the track, they're moving on seemingly without a fight. So we're going to have a pretty interesting retro lineup. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it is true. The show cars are just for show. So we're going to put all of the 2025 motor shows in the pit of despair, and we're going to send the final car down the pit, not the pit lane, but the winner's lane. So let's get these lined up. Now it's time to see which one of these 5 are we going to see go through as the king of the course for the first ever straight track edition. Are we going to have a new winner that's going to hold the title? In lane 1, we have the Kia EV6 in purple, the white Acura NSX, the yellow Dodge Viper in lane 3, and the orange Chevy Camaro, the only Matchbox, in lane 4. And in lane 5, the very fast, windy track, king of the course, Batmobile. Here we go. We'll do the countdown. Remember, you gotta win 3 races to be the king of the course. 3, go! Man, that was a quick race. I'm gonna put them down in order of who goes first. In lane 1, boom. Lane 2, next. This might be the best thing I've invented. 3, look at that. Looks like I'm smart or something. Oh, probably helps if they actually are put on the track correctly. So this should be the lineup going in to the race. Once I get that Acura out, that Batmobile is something special. All right, let's line them up. Can we see the first ever sweep? And can anyone beat this Batmobile? I'm having a hard time thinking that it's going to take place here. So lane 1, Batmobile moves into lane 1. The Kia in lane 2. The Acura in lane 3. Maybe. It's giving me a hard time here, this Acura. Lane 4, we got the Viper. In lane 5, which has been a fast lane, maybe we'll see a switch up here. We got the Camaro. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and we do see lane 5 be taking another win. So we see that Camaro winning its first race. Batmobile has its first race as well. So we're going to send it down the lane. in the correct order that they need to be lined up. Ooh yeah. Down the track we go. Hey, give me a like if you like the cheeky setup of the lane here. Probably easier to just hold the cars and go, but I like tracks. Okay, lane 1, you got the Camaro. Lane 2, Batmobile, get some debris off that part of the track. Lane 3, you got that Kia EV6, if you can flip it, stay in there right. The Acura NSX, and the Dodge Viper in lane 4. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that was close. It looked like the Viper could have won out of lane 5, but it's giving it to the Batmobile. Maybe most of the vehicle did get its way through. So we'll see. We'll keep that in mind as we go on to the next race. We'll give it to the Batmobile. But if all these cars are going to win out of lane 5, we'll see something going on here. Maybe a special lane advantage in lane 5. But we'll give it to the Batmobile. Batmobile needs to win one. If we go back and review the footage, we need to make some edits. We'll see. We'll make things right. But racing out of lane 1, we got the Viper. And then following next is the Camaro. In lane 2, lane 3, nope, stay there, buddy. Lane 3, the Batmobile. Maybe we should do an all backwards driving race. Let me know if you'd like to see the cars drive backwards. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That said it was the Batmobile, but I definitely saw that Acura pass. Definitely pass. So we have a conundrum. It doesn't look like it is registering, or it's just registering most of the Batmobile because it's a larger vehicle. So far, if that's the case, everyone has won out of lane 5. So we are in some sort of predicament. I need to gather my thoughts to see how to deal with this. So I feel like I figured out a solution. It does appear when I watch it live that the cars do better in lane 5. We are going to do a little bit of a different setup here. We're going to race them all through one time. Now, if this Kia wins in lane 5, we will have to do a new system here, okay? Because so far, I do believe every car technically has won in lane 5. It's just the lanes have not been giving an accurate reading. So, this being the case, if lane 5 is the faster lane, we have to do some changes to the course, or at least to the system here. If clearly the EV6 does not finish, it is the slowest car, and we'll just eliminate it, and then we'll race out of different lanes here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that time it definitely looked like the Batmobile beat out the Kia EV6, but it gave it to lane 3, and definitely the Batmobile was ahead. So we're in kind of this interesting conundrum. I think we gotta just eliminate the Kia since it did not win out of lane 5. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna eliminate the Kia, and then we're gonna go back to not using lane 5. And we'll race them. Back to the top of the order. But we do give the advantage to the Batmobile, because I do believe the Batmobile won outright in that last race. Maybe close with Camaro. So Batmobile needs to win one more race. It's going to be racing in lane 1, lane 2, the Acura, lane 3, the Viper, in lane 4, the Camaro. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And it was pretty close at the end. The Camaro looked like it was coming back, but we're going to have to give props where it's due. I think just so many times it's been close enough with the Batmobile kind of being near the finish every time, whether it's a toss-up or not. So we're going to give the king of the course. We'll go back and look at the footage to see how many actual races won. But for the time being, this is your new straight track champion, the Batmobile. So it retains its throne on the king of the course here. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, if you have any ideas to how to make this track a little bit more balanced, or I mean, I measured it. It was all level from what my reading was. Maybe it's just a bad sensor. Any ideas to help out the channel? Let me know. Enjoy making these videos, but thanks for watching again. We'll place him where he needs to be on top of the king of the course. Thanks again for joining me at the Buck Stops here TV. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.